ahead and charged it 100%. It's a good time now to set up your Meta Horizon account. On my case, I did it with my iPad. You can also do it with your iPhone. I went into the App Store and did a search for Meta Horizon. Meta Horizon, download the app, and then it's going to give you an opportunity to create a new account. So hit the Create New Account, and it's going to ask for a username. You're going to make up a username. You can either use the one that they supply for you, like mine was like Firecracker 8300, or you could choose your own username and then set a password. Once you go through all of that, you're going to have a screen that looks something like this. Where is it? Mine wants me to go ahead and choose an avatar already. So I'm going to choose an avatar. She's fine. You can spend a lot of time picking out what you want to look like. It's up to you. You can go back later and change it. So I highly recommend you just pick something in the beginning and then go back, take your time, and change your avatar. Your avatar is what other people in the VR headset will see as your personification in certain apps. Now, if you go into a game, it's going to have its own separate avatar. So this is just for like the Meta Horizon, which we'll talk about at some point. Set up my Meta account, but let's go back into our headset now. Now, I can't show you what I'm seeing in here, but I will talk you through it. So first off, take off the little lens covers. They're there to protect the lens. For those of you that wear eyeglasses, I recommend that you try to use it without your eyeglasses first. Remember, you're not seeing something that's really 30 feet away. You're perceiving something 30 feet away from something you're seeing an inch from your eyeballs. So try it without your eyeglasses first. If it's blurry, if it doesn't work, then by all means, keep your eyeglasses on when you put it on. In that case, your glasses are on, and then you make it really big in the back. Make the head strap as big as it can, and put it this way with the eyeglasses on. So try to scoop it up and then over the eyeglasses. Okay? So let's go ahead, and I'm going to make this adjustable for my head again and play around with the strap in the back. It's not necessarily intuitive, but it isn't hard once you figure it out. Headset on. Your power button is over on your left. Click it on and hold it for a second. If you click it lightly, it's going to give you the battery power, but in order to turn it on, you need to hold that button until you get the blue twisting infinity sign, and that's the Meta sign. You get that, you're going to see a couple 3 dots, and then it's going to go into telling you how to do your pairing. In my case, as soon as I put it on, it said to go into the controllers and pull out the tabs. If you see, pull out the tab on the battery compartment. When you pull out the tab, you're going to feel it go bump, bump. It's going to kind of make the controller shake a little bit, so pull it out on both sides. And then using your controller, put your finger on the triggers, and click on the blue arrow that you're going to see. That's going to give you an opportunity now to pick your language. You can use your thumbstick. When they show the thumbstick, that's the little, like a T, like a golf tee, that you can make go up or down. So you point it and you make it go up or down, and that'll scroll through your languages. English is at the top. I'm going to click on it to select it, and then I'm going to go click on the blue arrow again to go to the next one. Make it comfortable. It's going to tell you the pull up on, which I'm going to do here. There's a Velcro strap on the top. I'm going to make it a little bit tighter because I want it to sit on my cheekbones and not on my nose. That way your cheekbones carry the weight of it instead of all of it on the bridge of your nose. So it's comfortable for me, and I'm going to hit Continue. By the way, you're going to get a kick out of little avatars in here. They all have like mohawks and tattoos, and they're all 20. That's fine. That's fine. We already know that we are much more cool than they are. So adjust it, continue. Yay! We're going to keep going. It says you can adjust the lenses. I'm going to show you what they mean by that. So you take off your headset, and the lenses in here, put your finger on the side of the lenses, not on the glass part itself, or you'll get fingerprints on it. And you can click them. You hear that? You can click them in or out and they'll come closer or go further. Little known fact, women have a much closer pupillary distance. The distance between our pupils is narrower than males. So sometimes you have to adjust this for females. Put it back on. It's going to go right back to where you were. There. Next. It talked about the little head spacer, which I'm not going to use, but you can plug that in to give yourself a little more distance. Go back on in here. The headset's just going to remember your place in this. So put it back on. Loosen up the front of it. There we go. Now you're going to get the connect. You're going to have to go and add it to the Wi-Fi. It should find it itself. Choose the one like mine. I'm clicking on mine, and then I'm going to go in and I'm going to put in my password. And this is where the swearing starts, because I usually can't remember what it is. Let's see, either we're going to get yay, or as I said before, I will do the swearing for you. So, crap. And don't tell my mother-in-law about that. She doesn't much like it when I do that. Got it. Yay. So connect it to the Wi-Fi. Now, one thing you know you're going to have to do anytime you get any kind of new electronics, even right out of the box, it's going to have to be updated. So with ours, we're going to plug it in, and we're going to let it update. So I'll be back as soon as that's done. Okay, so magic done. It's going to download it while you're on power, and then it's going to install it. What it doesn't tell you is it's going to turn it off and then restart it. Let it do all of that. Let it do it all. Just bear with it. Don't interrupt it. It's going to, about 6 minutes mine took on good internet, and then it goes into the installation, and then it turns off and comes back on. When it comes back on, it's going to tell you that to enable microphone and something else, the cameras, go ahead and press the power button again, and that'll enable those. It's up to you whether you want to, but if you're going to use anything like Walkabout, Golf, or any of those social things, you're going to want the microphone enacted. So just go ahead and enact the microphone on it right now. It's easiest. So we've got all the hardware on here, the software, I mean, downloaded, updated. So we're going to set that aside for a second. I went ahead and set up my Meta account on my iPad, as I showed you earlier. And now I'm going to come down to, if you come down to the very bottom, you're going to see a little picture of the headphones. It's going to be on the far left on my version. Might be different for you. But on my version, I have notifications here. I don't even know what that is. Who knows? There's a little picture of me, so that's my account. And then there's a search, and then there's a little picture of the VR headsets. When I click that, it gives me a pair your headset. So before I hit pair, I'm going to go on into the headset again. And it says to go ahead and pair it. So we're going to hit pair. And it says complete your account first. So I'm going to go ahead and give it my name. And this is where you're going to need to have a email, like I said, you can pick a random email. Go and create one just for this if that makes you more comfortable. Okay, so I went in, I set up my new account, then I had to confirm my account by answering the email and giving the confirmation number. And just so you know, it took a little while. So if it seems to be slow for you, that seems to be normal. So I finished that. It sent me a confirmation email. I put the number in on my iPad where it asked for the code, and now I'm going to pair a new headset. And I have this particular one. So we're going to go ahead and click this. And now it's going to look for it. And it's going to say, woohoo, device paired. Otherwise, it's going to ask you to put in the code that you will see in the headset. It'll give you a 5-digit code, and you'll input it into the app. If you're having a problem with this, because sometimes, for the love of all that's holy, it gets stuck there, put it in the chat, and I will try and get back and answer that for you. Either give you an answer right on the YouTube channel, or we'll go in and answer it on the next episode. Pairing it can be a little dicey sometimes. When it works very well. So this one did find it. It went right through, it had paired it. So now we're going to hit continue. It's going to tell me my privacy settings. Do I want to share additional data with them? I usually say no. Maybe I'm paranoid, but I usually say no. And then it says it uses hand and body tracking. We're going to stick to the controllers right now. And then in a further episode, we could discuss using just hands, but it's going to say that it uses those to interact with you. So continue. I can go and claim. There's going to be bundles and stuff to claim. I don't want that. I don't want access to the games, but you can choose that. It's going to give you an option to start a 3-month trial, yada, yada, yada. Add a payments method. So if you're going to buy any games and play on the app, it's going to want a payment method. You can use a PayPal account, you can use a credit card, or you can load money into your Quest account. Either way, you're going to need a little bit of cash in there for what you want to use. Some of the games will cost for free, and some of them will cost $2.99, some of them $14.99 is a popular one. And if you're buying one of the great big new gee whiz, gee golly, it could do everything under the sun and, is made of gold, those tend to start out more expensive, like $49. But that's something you can get onto later. Most of my games run between free to $2.99 to $14.99, and we'll go through those. We're going to skip that. I'm not going to put anything on, but we're going to go into our headset now, and it's going to say, time to put on your headset. My headset's on. So what I would recommend is that you skip the accessibility. I had to restart the headset. Skip the accessibility menu because you can go back in later and add some of those things. So I would skip that if I were you, and we could talk about it later. So if you continue on that, it's going to give you these 2 great big circles, and it's going to say, let's go, new reality. It's going to give you instructions on using your menu, using your hands as controllers. We're going to get using your menu. We'll talk about using hands as controllers later. And it's going to bring up a bouncing menu in front of you. You can go through these on your own. The next time we'll go into how to set up your boundary, how to download a game, and what you can do with them. But in the meantime, you've set up your headset, and you got it into the VR space. So go ahead and click on all those things and just explore it. You're not going to break it. If you get totally just stuck, the screen's frozen, etc., etc., click the power button on the side of your headset and hold it down until you get the power off button. Power it off and then bring it right back online. Okay? So you're not going to break it. Just power it off and bring it back on. And if you hit any issues, put them in the chat. And then we're going to talk more about how to navigate around in it and just generally how to have a beginning first time in it and really enjoy it. So, for now, get off my lawn, get into your headset, go places in it, Don't call your grandkids until you're actually a super smart in this. And I will see you the next time.